Okay, now what?
I said I should have looked at them because I can get these like that size, but
Mm-hmm.
they need for the wide.
Okay.
We'll see. So.
Okay, so we're going to, I'm going to tape this letter. Let me show you how we tape it. Okay. So this is transfer tape. Transfer tape is going to make your job a whole lot easier. It's hard to get off right now because we're at the end of the roll and it starts getting harder close to the end of the roll you get, but it's not usually this hard. So I'm gonna, this rack I bought on, I want to say Sign Warehouse, I think. And I think I paid maybe $30 for it, $25, $30 for it. You may be able to find them on Amazon, and it has another rack in the back that you can put 2 more rolls on here if you wanted to. So, anyway, so you're going to use this to make the letter more stable. You don't have to use transfer tape, but well, on these you will actually, because these have an outline on them. So, but it does make your life a whole lot easier because it makes the letters more stable. Okay. So we're going to put this down. And if you get a wrinkle, I'll put the squeegee in. I'll just use this one. If you get a wrinkle in the transfer tape, okay, that's fine. You can get a wrinkle in the transfer tape on top. You see how that wrinkled across there? Y'all see that? You see that, Bernadette? So if it wrinkles like that, that's fine. But you do not want the vinyl underneath to wrinkle, okay? If the vinyl underneath wrinkles, okay, and say you've got a big wrinkle and you can see it under there, then take your knife and cut the transfer tape really, really light. Don't cut through the vinyl, but you want to cut, like, see this wrinkle right here? You want to cut the transfer tape like that, really, really light. Squeegee it out, and then the transfer tape will separate once the wrinkle separates, and then put tape over it, okay? Okay. Okay, so... Okay. So let me show you all this. On your letters, you always want to start, actually I'm going to start at the other end. You always want to start with the widest end and a straight end, okay? Let's see if this is going to come up for me. And make sure that you squeegee everything because you do not want to be in the middle of picking up a letter and realize that it doesn't want to come off the transfer tape, okay? So you put your letter on here. Check and make sure that the coroplast, it's on the coroplast all the way around. Okay? Trying to make sure you guys can see. Okay, is that better? Okay. And then you're going to tape it. And this tape, you guys can reuse the tape. You're going to tape it just like this, like a hinge. Tape it halfway to the table and halfway to this. And then I always put an extra piece of tape here because I don't want it to come up. Now, a lot of people that have worked for me have a problem whenever they get ready to start laying this down and the sign underneath moves, okay? Because sometimes you don't have enough room to tape the vinyl, the vinyl to the sign, and sometimes the sign moves. So my husband made a jig, and it's just some square pieces of metal that he screwed to the table, and he screwed one here and one up here at this corner, and then the sign sits right down in it so it doesn't move around. Okay? Okay, and...
You show what it looks like.
So this is the same thing. You're gonna roll this under. Always roll it under, not over. Okay. Pull it back. Peel your letter up just like this. Okay. Set your squeegee on here. Like this. And then just take off. Just like that. Okay.
It's so good.
Then you're gonna go back, squeegee this just to make sure that it's laid down really good. Okay. Now this letter has an outline around it, y'all, but you can't see it yet. You're gonna see it in just a minute. And Bernadette, if you want to take this with you or have your husband run in a minute and go up to MG and get a couple of them, then you can make some and make your life a whole lot easier.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all seen, if y'all didn't see the video, this, let me show y'all what it's called. And I hope it's not backwards on there, y'all. If it is, I'm sorry. This is a paint shield. That's what it says. 24 and a half inch paint shield, stainless steel straight edge. I think I paid $7 for this at our local hardware store. So you can probably go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that and get one of these. And they've got all different sizes. I just prefer this one. We have some shorter ones also that are 12 inch. But I prefer the 24 inch because most of the stuff we work with is 24 inches. So, and then I went to Walmart and I bought this felt. And I put two-sided tape on here and felted it. So, yeah. Okay, shh, Jelly Bean, hang on a minute. Okay, so, hang on, I can never adjust this dang thing right. Okay, all right. So we're going to cut this letter. I'm going to cut it right between the blue and the white. And I'm not using very much force, y'all, just so you know. It's pretty easy. Cut this one. Never put your hand in front of the blade. Always put it behind so that you don't, the blade doesn't take off and cut you. Sometimes the blade wants to take off whenever it gets inside the grooves. If y'all can see that, let me move it up. Can you see that, Bernadette? Mm-hmm. So it came out a little wonky right there. Can y'all see that? The edge right here? Because sometimes the blade gets inside that groove and it wants to follow the flutes on the coroplast. So I'll usually just go back and try and, hang on, Jelly Bean. Hang on a minute, okay?
And when you take off that outer edge, you're not going to notice it as much.
Right. Hang on, baby. Huh? Pop's not mad at you. Yeah. Go see what Pop wants. He's probably got a surprise for you. So we're just gonna follow this down. Okay, and then we'll do this end right here. And remember, y'all, if these letters don't come out perfect, nobody is going right up to these letters and going to critique you on them. Okay, and the outside of them isn't what they're looking at anyway. So then you're going to peel this up. Now this is just how my letters come when y'all buy them from me. I don't know about everybody else, but this is how mine come. We put an outline around them so that you already have an outline there. You don't got to tape it all off and cut around it and second guess how far out it is. It's already there for you. So there is your T. So, you know, I mean, the T looks perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the T. And when you put it back at a distance, you cannot tell there's anything wrong with that letter. So, I mean, and sometimes I'll go in and cut stuff, you know, like I'll trim this up. Oops, sorry guys. And Bernadette, I'm talking to you at the same time. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll trim off little stuff like this, if y'all can see that. It's kind of wonky there at the edges. Sometimes I'll go in and sometimes I'll be like, no, you know what, I don't really care, no one's gonna say anything, and I'll just leave it. And nobody knows the difference. Okay, so let me show you all a different method. Yes, dear.
We can't say to sleep or to shut up fit, so it's like, you can't say, oh, go sleep.
Huh? Let's see if this will
No way.
Huh? Huh? Yes, dear. You want to wash me? Okay, well, you gotta wait a minute, because Mean's doing something for a moment, okay? Huh?
I didn't do that.
I'm not going nowhere, honey.
Look at it.
All right, let's see if this E will fit. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to show y'all another method. Huh? And this one will probably be easier. Leave that alone. Move. Hey, what are you looking for, nerd?
You try that now?
Yeah, where'd you get that? Was that one you were talking about? Okay. Hey, move back, please. Okay. Move.